Hello everybody and welcome to Bathmat Reviews, where today we are going to be talking about Transformers Generation Select's Super Megatron. And this figure is interesting. It has its flaws, but at the same time it's really cool and really good. And I don't know how to separate that, because it doesn't transform into the best things, but at the same time it's also a really good figure. And it's really cool. And yeah. Sorry. So first, let's talk about a little bit about the character. I don't know much about this guy. I believe he is from, he is in one of the, either a comic or something, but it's from Japan, where they did Star Optimus Prime, right? That's his name. I completely just blanked. Yeah. Which I just did a review on. And so that's why I felt like doing this guy. And they needed a Megatron to fight Star Optimus Prime, or Star Convoy. And so they got this, and it is pretty cool. Now, as far as articulation goes, it's all right. So, first, ball jointed head. Can look side to side. Can't really do a full 360 because of the chin, whatever these things are on his helmet. I don't know the lingo. Oh, also, I believe that the actual official way to do it is this, but I leave that for the super mode, so I like to have them down like this. But, yeah. You know, for this, I'll leave them like this. And then going on down to the arms, you got, well, if you move this out of the way, you got out that far. With this, you got a bit less, but, oh well. Then you have a bicep swivel, a double bend at the arm due to transformation, and nothing at the wrist, although you have in and out due to transformation. Due to how the fusion cannon is on this arm, because it pegs right there, or actually it pegs slightly higher. So, I mean, if you want it on the other side, you don't really get a choice. It has to be here. But, oh well, that's fine to me. I mean, it's where it normally is. But, with this on, it does limit his articulation a bit more. Not really in this mode, in his super mode. Then, moving on down to the waist, it has you are able to do a full 360, but his back kibble stuff kind of gets in the way. Then, legs can move forward that far. Out that far, thigh swivel, 90 degrees of bend, and then moving on down, you got a little bit of up and down at the foot, and then ankle tilt. So, overall, good articulation. Although, just due to the nature of the backpack, it is a little bit hampered in some areas, but if you are willing to adjust things, you can generally get into whatever pose you want. And now, just because it's cool, first let's go into the super mode, which is the main reason why I got this guy. Oh, by the way, this is a pretty heavy retool of Titan's Return Galvatron, which that figure, from what I've seen, isn't that good. I feel like this figure does a lot better with it. I mean, basically only the legs are straight from that. The rest is pretty much new. And yeah, anyway, super mode. So first, let's go into the head, open that up, and then both these are on the top of the head, as well as the face is on a swivel thing. So depending on how you want it, if you like the red dot for the head with that face, you can leave it like that. But personally, I save the red dot for this face mask, and it is really cool. It's a bit more monstrous than, I don't know. Monstrous and Megatron, they go well together. I think it works. Bring the shoulder things up if you don't have it up already, like me. Go to the chest, take it, flip it around, bring that up, and get the more evil chest or something. Then remove the cannon, open it up, open that up, and then get your finger in there and remove this piece. Then keep it closed like this and plug that in. Take the triple barreled cannon thing and put it there and extend the wings. And yeah, this is so cool. Personally, I like to keep the wings in until I have them in unless I have them in a flying pose, just because yeah, it's a little bit it's a little bit hard to make look right while just standing there. Plus, it takes up more space. But at the end of the day, I think this looks absolutely sick. It's so cool. I do sometimes like to keep the standard fusion cannon look, because I mean, it's the standard fusion cannon. It's sick as hell. But if you but this is the correct way, I believe, with the missile thingies, and yeah, it's awesome. And now let's get in. Oh, by the way, the articulation is not real. Like I said, the articulation is a little bit limited, but it's not really unless you are trying to get it in a pose, like a shooting pose, which I mean, with this, you kind of want to have it that way. So it's a little bit tricky, but generally I think you can get creative and get it in a good looking pose anyway. Now, let's get into size comparisons. So, here he is with my previous review, and the reason why I decided to do him now. My gosh, I need water. Hold on. That is good. So, here he is with Star Convoy or Star Optimus Prime, and we'll just back that up. And yeah, I think probably, I haven't read the manga or comic or show or whatever he appears in. I genuinely can't remember. I think it's a manga. So I don't know if he is small, but I feel like he's really small compared to Optimus Prime. I feel like Megatron should generally be the same size, if not a bit bigger than Optimus Prime, in my opinion. But, I mean, I guess that just shows how much more powerful he is here. Now, if you want a bit of a more regular comparison, here he is with my previous review of Trax. And yeah, so standing at a pretty good height. And here he is with the prime unit of measurement. And yeah, this is much more the size that I like to have my Prime and Megatron. Equal, if not a little bit taller. But at the end of the day, scale has never been too big of a deal breaker for me or anything like that. Especially when they're from different continuities. And finally, here he is with Batman. And so, yeah. Now, on top of all this, we have 2 modes to get into. Because, yes, this is a triple changer, which is pretty cool. And while neither mode's the best, it still gets the job done, in my opinion. So first, take this, just put that back in there, close that up, and put that down, and remove the fusion cannon. So, Now, which do I want to go into first? I think I will go into plane mode because I feel like it. So, bring these back, leave the wings outstretched, take the head and flip that in. Take this chest bit, I don't know what to call it, and flip it out and reveal some treads. Go to the back here, take his fusion cannon and peg that in and flip that forward. Yes, it's a bit of parts forming, but also it's a fusion cannon, and so I don't know. Then take the arms, fold them up, peg them in. And same thing on this side, like that. Then take the legs, flip them around 180, and then bring the legs out like that. Then flip out the treads and lower the legs into, well, the shins, I guess. And flip up the feet and close that up. And here he is in his plane mode. And yeah, it's rough. It's fine, I guess. It's better than some Megatron plane modes. Not pointing any fingers, Studio Series. It's Studio Series Bumblebee, of course. But it's I'll put it this way. It's not why I got this figure. And now let's go into tank mode. So first, bring up the wings, extend out the legs about that far, rotate, then bring the legs in and tab that in right there. And same thing on this side, just tab that in. Then take the wings and fold them up like so. And take the turret and bring that up and remove it. And I kind of wish that you didn't have to parts form here, but take it, flip it over, open this up, flip out the triple barrel, close that, put down the back, and then plug that in right there. And then I think you're supposed to bring the thingies back, but I don't like doing that, so I keep them in, if not even more tucked in. But for this, I'll leave them like that. And yeah, I think this is better, I guess. It's also not great. Again, the main reason why I got it is for the robot mode, because the super mode is just so sick. But hey, there is some, oh yeah, on my copy this has loosened over time and is now rather floppy on this side. Oh, and that side now. But yeah, and now there is some articulation on the turret. So you got side to side from back here, you got up and down due to that, but it looks kind of bad. But you also have here, in like this being on a hinge and a I don't remember the name, but you got side to side, you got up and down, so you got like you can combine both of them to do some pretty natural looking movements, I guess. But yeah, so a really mixed bag of a figure for me, because the parts that I like on this figure I really like, but both vehicles aren't great and are just weird. But I still really like this guy. So, I mean, if you can find him for a decent price, I'd say go ahead and pick him up, especially if you have Star Convoy, because I'm probably, like, I had the realization today of, oh yeah, Super Megatron is the guy who, like, fights him. And so I was like, oh, that's sick. I got to do that. And I'm probably going to pose them together or something like that. And, yeah. So, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below what characters I should review next, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And follow me on YouTube and TikTok. Bye!